Hello and welcome back to Brildor. Today we will focus on the most common problems you usually come across when sublimating and their solutions. If you already have sublimation equipment or are considering joining the world of sublimation, you can miss this video. Let's get right into it. Sublimation is the most widely used personalization technique because it's versatile, affordable and easy to learn and apply. Even so, some mistakes can be made during the printing process, which, due to the characteristics of the technique, become irreversible. Let's see the most common problems and how to avoid them. Banding. This is perhaps the most common problem affecting the look of your printed products. Banding refers to lines that appear on your prints, most likely caused by clogged print head nozzles. You will notice horizontal lines of missing ink on your prints, especially on hard materials. To avoid this, print regularly to keep the nozzles active. If you already have banding issues, we recommend cleaning the nozzles and running a test. Make sure there are no white areas. If it persists, do another cleaning. If the printer has been in use for a long time and despite the cleanings, you have a slight banding, increase the print quality to reduce the banding. Moisture. Moisture is a fairly used problem that can affect your prints. There are two types of humidity you should prevent. Room humidity. If it's high, it can affect the sublimation paper as it is very porous. It is very noticeable when the corners of the paper are bent when left in the printer tray. This will cause the print head to hit the folded corner of the paper and smudge the print. You can avoid this by storing the paper in a dry place. Use silica gel bags to absorb moisture. Only load into the printer the paper you are going to use. Ink moisture. An excess of moisture in the ink due to the paper coming out wet and not allowing it to dry completely can cause the water vapor to want to escape and not be able to. So, especially in hard substrates, there will be moisture leaks ruining the print. The solution is quite simple. Avoid excess ink on the paper by choosing a lower density or quality low weight paper. Let the paper dry completely before printing. Ghosting. This is one of the most dreaded problems with sublimation. Ghosting is when the print ends up with a blurry image and an image-like shadow during pressing. This problem is often caused by too much pressure, which means that when the time is up and the press opens automatically or manually, the movement is so sudden that it moves the paper. As it is still hot, ghosting occurs. Another reason causing this problem is not fixing the paper to the object or garment using heat tape or temporary adhesive spray. When you finish sublimating, remember to remove the paper quickly to avoid this. Wrong colors. This is one of the most complex problems with sublimation equipment, as there are many factors that influence the final result. Sublimation being a two-step technique, first printing and then pressing to get the correct colors, makes it very difficult to achieve a color match to the screen without using professional printers that come with ripped software and specific profiles. It's essential to have a color profile that translates the colors of the screen to your sublimation printer. Although the weight of your sublimation blanks is not always going to be the same, nor will they reflect the same color, so it is ideal to make corrections. We recommend printing a color palette to see the colors printed on the product so that you can correct them. You can make these corrections with adjustment layers in Photoshop, but we recommend using PrintFab, a printer driver with ripped software where you can load profiles and edit everything color related. You have a 30-day trial period to see how it works. Dye migration. Sometimes, and mostly on hard substrates, you can see that the letters don't look sharp and small objects end up smudged. This is due to bleeding, as the object is still warm even though it no longer has a sublimation paper, so the ink is still active. The solution for this is quite obvious. The product must be cooled down to avoid this. This way we will get sharp lettering and defined designs. Stains from previous prints. Often, all prints or stains appear on sublimations that were not on your paper. This is mainly because the bottom or top platen is dirty from a previous print. If you have seen some of our videos, you have seen how we always recommend using protective paper or silicone paper, both on the top and bottom of the press, to protect the platens and pads from possible stains that are then very difficult to remove. Remember to always protect your press. Press lines. This is a recurring problem due to the sharp edges of the top plate and also generally due to the excessive pressure. To avoid this, we recommend that you buy a Teflon sheet and a roll of foam pillow. Do you want to know how to use it? Here's how. Prepare your print, leaving a margin of 2 or 3 cm on each side. Cut the foam 2 cm shorter on each side than the sublimation paper. If possible, do it at a 45-degree angle to improve the result. Adjust the pressure of the press by placing the foam on the platen. Close the press until the foam is pressed about halfway down. This is the correct pressure setting. Put the Teflon sheet over the pillow foam and lay the t-shirt on it. Now put the sublimation paper over the t-shirt, so you can see how the paper folds over the sides to avoid marking the edges. Stick it with heat tape. Cover with protective paper and press. Once finished, remove both papers and you'll see no press lines. Those were some of the most common problems you may face when sublimating. If you have any more doubts and want us to help you, leave us a comment and we will get back to you as soon as possible. We hope this video was really helpful. Remember that you can find offers, news, and many personalization ideas on our Instagram account. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with the content. See you soon!